Hello and welcome. Let's solve this question involving direct exterior tangents. The question reads, the figure below shows a pulley system where a conveyor belt is tied around the two wheels. The radius of the large wheel is 180 meters and the distance between the centers of the wheels is 300 meters. And angle XY is equals to 140 degrees. So there's the diagram. You can see it. So questions: determine A, length xv, B, the length vbw, you can see them, and then part C, length xay, you can see it, and lastly the total length of the conveyor belt, So those are the questions. Let's go to the first part, and in the first part you're required to get the length xv. How do you get the length xv? There's several things that you need to do to solve this question involving direct exterior tangent. You need to draw another circle, and this is how you're going to get that circle. Let the radius of the bigger circle be denoted by capital R, the radius of the small circle be denoted by small r. So you'll construct a circle that has a radius r minus r, that is the radius of the bigger circle minus the radius of the smaller circle. So just do a sketch that circle, so that circle will pass through there, so that is why it will pass through. Just a sketch, and after doing that you will have again to draw a tangent from this to this small circle that you've drawn to that point, to the center of the other small circle O2. And after doing that, you know the property, the tangent and the radius always meet at 90 degrees. So therefore this angle here will be 90 degrees. So this angle, that will be 90 degrees. Also this one will be 90 degrees, the tangent and the radius. Another thing that you notice is that the length xv is parallel to this line, parallel and equal. Those two lines are parallel and equal. I'll call this point N here. So this line NO2 and XV, those two lines are parallel and equal. And so to determine the length XV is also NO2. Let me write that here. So XV is equivalent to NO2. So these two lines are parallel and equal. Another thing, NX is also parallel and equal to O2V. That is also very important. NX, that is the line, and O2V are also equal. So write that on here. So NX is equals to O2V. So to get XV, I'll just need to calculate NO2. That will give me XV. I'll have obtained XV. And there is a triangle that I'm going to use here. This is a right angle triangle. That is O1 and O2. This one is a right angle triangle. And since we have an angle that is here on the center, because the whole of this angle is 140, so this one will be 70 degrees. So if you extract this triangle that is here, you can see it very well, this triangle here, right angle triangle at N, we have this side that is here, it is 300, this side, O1, O2, the distance between the centers, that is 300. Then you have this angle as 70. So if I can simply extract it here, it looks something like this. So this is where we have N, and then we have this side is the one that is 300, the side opposite the right angle, and then we have O2 here and O1. And so the angle that we have is this angle that is here. We have this angle. This is the angle that is 70 degrees. So this is the angle that is 70 degrees. So having this right angle triangle, we can use trigonometric ratios, and the best one to use to solve these is sine. So we can use sine we say sine of 70 degrees is given by the opposite side, which is N02, and that is the required side. That is what we want, N02. That is the opposite over the hypotenuse, which is 300. So N02 will be given by 300 sine of 70 degrees. And when you work out this one using a calculator, you will get this one as 281.9 meters. As simple as that. Simple. So we just said that N02 is the same as XV, and therefore this is a 281.9 meters, and also this one is 281.9 meters. Those two measurements are equal, N02 and XV. So we have worked out XV. We go to part 2, the length VBW. VBW is this arc that is here, this arc, VBW. And to do that, we simply need to get the length. How do we get the length of an arc? We need to get this angle that is here, the angle at the center here, and it is very easy to get that. First of all, I will have to extend this line here like that, such that this 70, if these two lines are parallel, if this line and this one are parallel, then this one is a transversal, and you know the angles in a transversal, if this angle is 70, if this angle here is 70, it is equal to this angle that is here. So this angle is also 70 degrees, and also the other one is 70 degrees, by the fact that these two lines are parallel to one another, and this one is transversal. This one is a transversal, so this angle is corresponding to this. So we have now the angle at the center there, so we can use we have also the radius, so to get that will be quite easy. So we just need to use the angle at the center, and you know the formula how we get the length of the arc. You have the angle at the center and you have the radius. Now so the other thing that you need to get is the radius. We don't have the radius, so how do we get the radius? So these are this length that is here. You can see this length, nx is equals to VO2. So we need to get the radius. So to get the radius, we'll first get this length that is here. Using this triangle that is here, we can get the length N01. Using this, we can use this triangle that is here. So N01, you can simply say adjacent of hypotenuse. So this one we can get it using cosine. So cosine of 70 degrees is equals to adjacent, which is N01 over the hypotenuse, which is 300. So N01 will be given by 300 cos 70 degrees, 300 cos 70 degrees, which will give 102.6, 100.2. So we have 102.6 meters. So that is the length of this part here. This part you can see here, N01. So definitely, if the whole radius here is 180, so you can get the remaining. So to get the remainder here, because the whole length here is 180, and we have obtained this length that is here, N01 is 102, we simply need to get 180 degrees, then subtract 102.6. Not degrees, this one is not degrees, yeah, it is meters. So when you subtract these, 180 minus 102.6 will get 77.4. We'll get 77.4. So 77.4. So therefore this length here is 77.4 meters, which is the same with these 77.4 meters. So that is the radius of the smaller circle. Now, having the radius and the angle, the center, we can now proceed and get the length of the arc. So the length of the arc is given by theta over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r, where theta is the angle at the center. So at the angle at the center, we got it. We got the angle at the center is 140. So it will be 140 degrees divided by 360 times 2 times 22 over 7. That is pi times the radius. We've just obtained the radius is 77.4. 77.4. So we work out these very fast. So we get 189.2 meters. So that is the length VBW. W, the length VBW. Now the next question is the length XAY. XAY is on the other side, the length of this arc. So we just need to identify the angle at the center, and this time around this one is easy. Since the whole of this angle that is 140, the remaining angle here will be 220, because the angles at a point would add up to 360. So just take 360, subtract 140, you get the angle on the other side, that is 220. Then the radius is there, it is 180. So this one is quite easy. So you just need to use the formula. So theta, which is 220, the angle at the center, divided by 360, multiply by 2, multiply by pi, multiply by radius. The radius is 180. Theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So this one will give 691. Let me see whether it will give. So you have 220 times 2 times 22 times 92. 691.4. 691.4. So that is what you get, 691.4. So that is the length XAY. That one was direct. Then the last one, the total length of the conveyor belt. Now this one is just a matter of addition. So we have obtained from X to V, we have that length as 281.9. We have V to B. So we just add the distance round. So from here we add the whole length here. This is the length of the total length of the conveyor belt. So you add everything round. So you add from X to V, 281.9, which will be the same with the YB. So also this one will be 281.9 meters. Then VBW, we got it as 189.2, and then XAY 691.4. So having everything there, all the measurements, we just need to add. So we add everything round. So we add everything round and get the answer. So let us add everything. So we have 281.9. That one you're going to multiply by 2 since we have two sides. So we have XV and YB. Then 189.2 and 89.2, and then 691.4. So we add everything. So we get 1444.4 meters as the total length of the conveyor belt, and that is how you're supposed to solve that question.